All right, we are recording. Welcome, everybody, to Deep Stick Baseball Talk. We got some things to dive into, some news that have gone down. And look, we have a guest. It's my boy Rigo.
I'm part of the show, man. You just never hit me up when we were supposed to start this.
Well, you don't ever answer the phone, so I've
Anyway,
tried. I've tried calling you for the past 2, 3 weeks, and you don't answer the phone. So I just had to do this by myself.
hey, I'm here now. I'm here now.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah, man. So we've had some things happen. I know I recorded yesterday and went over a few things, but I guess we can dive deeper into a couple of those things and some other things that come down the way. And yeah, see what we got. But got anything? Anything you want to share to the people? The three
Um,
people that I've watched.
hey, that's okay, man. That's okay. I went to school with Gabe. If you guys don't know his name, we went to high school together, played baseball together. We both joined the Navy together. Not together, but around the same time. I'm still in the Navy. I'm a recruiter now out of Reno. So yeah, born and raised in Phoenix. I'm a diehard, Arizona fan, going through the tyrannies of the Arizona Cardinals, but the Diamondbacks have been able to save me from my sorrows and despairs.
Yeah, saving grace.
Saving grace.
But yeah, dude, let's go over some of this stuff that we've learned over the past 24 hours or so.
It's a lot, actually.
Yeah, we've had some interesting things happen. Some, some people showed up to camp and stuff. Uh, we'll go over Yamamoto. Yoshinobu made his debut today for the Dodgers and smoked them.
Yeah,
Flat
pitch
out
two.
made him look silly. What did he do? 2 innings, 3 strikeouts,
One hit.
and what's that?
He's had one hit on him.
1 hit?
Yeah, they had one hit on him.
I thought it was just a flyout he had in the second.
But I think he's probably like gonna be the reason why. Like I feel like he's gonna be the ace of that staff. He has to be because Otani can't pitch.
Yeah, and they're not going to have Walker Bueller.
You know,
Um, and I don't know if they've signed Kershaw or if they did and he's just not ready yet.
they did. They signed him to I think they signed him to a 1 year deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then they're not going to have Bueller for a while. They'll have Kershaw, but I heard something that said that he's not going to be ready. They don't think by opening day.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw Tyler Glasnow's spring training debut. It didn't go so well.
Oh, they didn't. I didn't know he pitched yet. Um,
Yeah, he gave up
oh,
a
I
couple
forgot
runs.
about him too.
Yeah,
Embarrassment of riches over there. It he it's going to be him, and obviously they're kind of 1A 1B in my opinion. But
we're just Dodger haters, man.
yeah, that's true.
But, I mean,
Yeah.
they got some good pitchers, man. They got Paxton. They got Bobby Miller, who's really young.
What about Dustin May? Is he's still hurt or is he?
I think he's still hurt. This is me just not really looking into it, but yeah, he's still hurt. Um, I know he's not going to be ready for opening day. That's for sure.
Oh, okay. But man, think about that. You get all them dudes back. That's gonna be nasty.
And
But
you still got Clayton too. I mean, he may not be good in the playoffs, but he's still pretty good in the regular season,
I mean, I think anybody would take him as their number 4 or 5.
or even number three.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Um.
Yamamoto's. I don't know. He's looking pretty good. That 1 inning. I was talking to you earlier about his. I think it was a splitter. His splitter is disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I just watched that last at bat. He's. Sorry, I'm kind of was looking at his stat line or his overview, And yeah, that splitter just falls off the table with the fact that he's throwing 95 plus or so, and then he drops that splitter.
Yeah, but
Just,
we'll see how he does, man. And with these major league hitters,
yeah, they'll probably adjust to him like anybody, but his ability to locate, I think, is really good. He doesn't miss almost at all. Even I saw he threw like a cutter that I mean, he purposely wanted it as a ball, but it hit the spot right. Like he didn't miss. He hit the spot he was supposed to, but it was a ball purposely, I think, to try
yeah,
to get a bad swing on it.
yeah. I mean, as much as I dislike the Dodgers, I'm excited to see some of these players play. Like I've always been a fan of Tyler Glass now, even when he was with the Pirates, and I love Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw is probably one of my favorite pitchers. You know.
Oh yeah, he'll go down as one of the best of all time.
Oh yeah.
And then I think about Shohei. I think that he's going to be able to just focus on hitting. And I was telling you earlier that I think their top three is going to be with him having those other guys around him. He's going to have to get pitched to. They're not just going to be able to pitch around him.
They might just walk him like they did the Bonds back in 01. Too.
Yeah, but Bonds didn't have nobody behind him.
Exactly.
You walk him, I think they're saying he's going to be in the 2 hole. So you walk him, then you got to deal with Freddie Freeman.
Dude, their roster is insane. Like, just I can't imagine being a pitcher and just trying to develop a game plan. Like, oh, I got past Mookie Betts. Oh man, I got to face Freddie Freeman now. And then you're like, oh, he got a single off me. That's fine. And then you got to face off Shohei. And then who are they going to put on the 5? You got Teoscar Hernandez, Jason Hayes.
They were saying, I think that's the lineup yesterday, and I don't know if it's going to stay, but it was Mookie, Shohei, and Freddie. So Shohei in the 2 hole.
Shohei in the 2 hole, huh?
So if somehow they decide they want to walk him, don't forget that he could steal 30 bags easy. So he might steal a base and get in scoring position for Freddie Freeman, who's arguably one of the better hitters in the game.
Is he better than Juan Soto? I'm just kidding.
No, in my opinion, no. Right now, I don't think so.
I
think he's right. Like as far as bats and ball skills go, they're right there with each other. Soto has a little more power.
I think I would take Freddie, man, just because he's been at the age he's at now, just because he's been in for a while. But if I'm looking to build a team around a player, I'd definitely go with Soto, just because of his age.
For sure. Yeah. And then even behind that, you got Will Smith, who's arguably one of the best catchers in the game and best hitting catchers.
Yeah, top 5 catchers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, top 3 probably. JT and then him probably.
Yeah, and then you still got Max Muncy too, man. Who's?
Did they bring him back?
Yeah, I believe he's still under contract.
Okay.
But I mean, he's gonna have to get better at third because he was kind of asked, or he was kind of, He
was my beep. I don't know. I got the soundboard thingy because I wanted to get the beeper to mess around with it, but I don't even think it has a beeper.
Yeah, that's okay.
We'll do this.
I'm a sailor at heart, man. So I got a cuss.
Next time you want to do that, we're just gonna.
But yeah, man, that lineup's gonna be tough. I'm gonna be excited. I really hope these games against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks are close, and not just blowouts, because then it just doesn't make baseball fun for the other team,
Yeah, I think they'll be good. They'll be competitive for sure, because I think the Dodgers might have that in the back of their mind, what we did to them in the NLDS. But I think we shored up our pitching a little more, and Zach Gallen and Merrill Kelly are going to come back confident.
Yeah, and we got A-Rod, or K-Rod is what they call him.
E-Rod.
Or is it E-Rod? Yeah.
Eduardo.
No, I think they call him K. Anyway.
No, you're thinking of Francisco Rodriguez. He pitched many moons ago.
He wore them glasses, no?
I think so. He was a closer.
Yeah, I remember. He was like this little short Mexican dude.
Yeah, something like that. Um, but yeah, dude, Yamamoto, I'm excited to see. At first, I was a little eerie of that contract, but I think he's only 25.
I
So
mean, they're not giving him any money. Like he deferred He deferred like 80% of his salary. So.
they did that with his too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
So they're
I
pretty
was
much
talking about the
paying him
years.
nickels.
Yeah, I was talking about the years. I wasn't so sure about giving 12 years to a pitcher, but
Yeah, I mean, if anybody can afford it, and it's going to be the Dodgers.
yeah, but
You know.
yeah, like you said, he's deferring a lot of it, but he probably a lot like Shohei. He's probably getting a lot of endorsements, and he's got two countries in his pocket, like Shohei
Exactly.
does with Japan and the United States. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about his ability to locate and stuff, and his repertoire, and it looks like it showed. It's like
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as Otani. I remember when he pitched in Japan,
yeah,
but Otani was known to hit bombs. You know.
but yeah, well, yeah, that and to blow people away. I don't think he came in. I don't think he came in right away with that type of ability to locate, though. That was the biggest thing
Yeah.
with him that I had been hearing, that he throws gas, but he's also able to hit his spots really well. So,
Yeah.
what we got next
But
on the list?
we could talk about a former Dodger, Mr. Cody Bellinger himself. I know you talked about him a little bit yesterday or the day before. Um,
Yeah,
I think I remember reading stuff about how like he wanted a big contract, but teams didn't want to sign
yeah,
him because he was so inconsistent, you know.
yeah,
But I think the Cubs had to sign him because he was a big part of their lineup last year, and I know they got this I forget his name, but I think you mentioned it earlier. They got this really young first baseman, and I mean, what better way to learn than from Cody Bellinger, you know?
yeah. Well, I think he's going to play a little bit of both. Like Bellinger's going to play, I mean, center field and first base a little bit. I don't think he's
Yeah,
going to be their primary first baseman, but well, they have that there. Yeah, they were talking about that Morel kid, how he's very versatile. But they have other good players on that team. They have what's that guy's name? Starts with a B. I think. Uh, Horner, Nico Horner,
yeah, he's not too bad.
and then they have what's that other guy's name?
I'll pull up their stats right now.
I think he's their third baseman.
Um,
But that Christopher Morel, yeah, he's good. He had a good season. He was a rookie last year. But
yeah, and you still got Patrick Wisdom too.
Wisdom, yeah. I think he's
Yeah,
their third baseman. Like their everyday, he's a third baseman, right? Or outfielder.
I believe he played third. Yeah, he was supposed to be a big bat, and then they also got Seiya Suzuki.
Oh, Suzuki. Yep, yep.
Yeah, so they got some good
Um,
pieces, man. They needed that bat in there because
yeah,
I mean, you're not going to get much power from Dansby Swanson, you know.
yeah. I keep forgetting that Dansby's there as well, but he's gonna get
Yeah,
on base though and play good defense for them.
yeah, they got a couple good third basemen. I mean, they got Nick Madrigal. He played last year, I believe. Like I think him and Patrick Wisdom shared time. I didn't really
Yeah,
watch too much of the Cubs baseball to be honest. But I mean, they were like every time I looked at the stats, they were like neck and neck with like a wild card spot. Oh, I remember because I used to look at the Diamondbacks because remember how they fell off so much towards the end a little bit.
yeah.
And it was them. It was them and it was the Cubs and the Diamondbacks that played that series last year. That
And we
kind of turned
swept
the
them.
tide. Yeah, and I was like, oh,
Swept them 4 games.
we're going to the playoffs. That was like pretty cool for
Yeah,
me to watch.
yeah. But the Cubs were right there. I mean, they kind of fell off there at the end, but they were rolling for a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I mean, go ahead, my bad.
no, go ahead.
I think the big thing for the Cubs is going to be their pitching.
Yeah. Because they didn't bring Stroman back.
No,
He went
but
to the Yankees.
they signed Shota. They signed that pitcher from Japan as well.
Oh, that
Imanaga.
is he a starter though, or is he
Yeah.
a closer?
No,
Oh,
he's a starter.
okay.
So you got him and Justin Steele. I mean, if Justin Steele has the same season as he did last year,
Yeah.
and you got Kyle Kendricks too. So their pitching is just gonna have to hold up. Because I remember Justin Steele was pretty much gonna run away with the Cy Young, and then he fell off, kind of like how Zach Gallen did too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was right there. He did really good. But yeah, they said Bellinger showed up to camp today. I think was his first day working out with the team, and there was a lot of excitement. They said that he said, "Hey, I'm here to bring this team to the playoffs. Let's do it." And
I think he'll be the reason why they make the playoffs.
Yeah, he'll play a big part for sure.
Opinion, you know. But yeah.
I said in my video yesterday, I think that he's gonna. I don't think he's completely back to his MVP form, but he's pretty dang close. Like,
yeah, he might be a dark horse for MVP.
He could be, for sure. There's more in the tank than what he put up last year. I think even he can do more than that.
Because I don't think it's going to be hard for Shohei to win MVP in the National League because he isn't pitching, you know?
Yeah, he's not pitching or he's not going to play the field. So,
yeah, because I would put my money on Ronald Acuna before I'd put it on, or even Freddie Freeman or Mookie Betts before I'd put it on Ohtani if he's not pitching.
Yeah, no, he's not pitching a single pitch this season.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And I don't think a DH has ever won the MVP. So
it'd be crazy. Did you ever see that picture of him with his scar that he got?
No.
Shohei, dude, it's gnarly. Shohei Ohtani's scar. It's like pretty much through his whole elbow right here.
Really?
Yeah, you should look it up. It's gnarly.
Yeah. Shoot, where were we? Where were we just talking? We were talking about Belly.
Cody Bellinger, dark horse MVP. I'm saying it right now.
Well, hey, what some people don't know probably, well, I guess I don't think anybody that's watching this knows, or that will maybe not watch this. We played against Bellinger in high school.
I know, I remember.
Yeah, he was a little older than us, but yeah, we saw him a couple times at Hamilton High. He was a little twig-looking thing at the time.
Yeah, I remember when he got drafted. I was like, "That's my hometown right there." You
know. Yeah, right up the road from us, or down the road from us. But
so it was nice. Him and who's that other pitcher from? He not Baylor. He pitched. He went to. Not Willow. I forgot his name, man, but I think he's a starting pitcher. He went to. Remember that school that we used to go play all the time? And I know this is gonna sound dumb, but all their colors were green. Like their fields were so nice. It was right by the Mormon church. You remember in Gilbert?
Oh,
it's where Coach Pop went, it's where Coach Coach.
Yeah. Oh, that's where what's his name's son went too, Bull.
Yeah, but there's a pitcher though that got drafted, and I forget. I was thinking about it the other day, but I was like, wow. And it's like he's actually doing really good.
Basha,
yeah, might have been Basha.
Who was it?
I don't remember, man. I'm gonna look it up.
Other one I kind of know of was Alex Verdugo. He's from Tucson.
Oh yeah, no, there was somebody else.
He got drafted. He's a year older than us. I don't remember anybody from Basha getting drafted.
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but
All right. Well, some other news, I guess. So they're saying hopefully Thursday, Paul Skeens is going to make his debut with the Pirates on the mound, #1 pick from 2023. And they're saying at the same time, Jackson Holiday, #2 pick overall, is going to be hopefully in that lineup. So they're looking at that matchup to be a pretty overhyped, a hyped matchup. I don't want to say overhyped. Sorry. But yeah, Pirates, Orioles on Thursday. They're saying Skeens Holiday matchup is going to be a pretty good one. I know that Skeens is built like a bulldog and pitches like a bulldog. Throws, and he's pretty polished. They said the most polished pitcher coming out of college into the draft. And we'll see how that goes. Jackson Holiday, rated as the #1 prospect, though, over Skeens right now, I think.
yeah, I think he's the #1 overall right now.
Yeah, son of Matt Holiday. But yeah, we'll see how that matchup of the prospects goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty glean for the Pirates, so
Yeah, but they've been stocking up on all them draft picks, and they're saying that they got some boys coming up soon. They've had a few come up already, but the biggest one I think so far being O'Neal Cruz. That dude is. I wanted to call him the Cuban Missile, but they said that, or Aroldis Chapman has that name.
or that other kid from the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, they were saying that he might. I think you were saying earlier too that Paul Skeens might even make the opening day roster. That'd be fun to see.
Yep. Yeah, they're saying that he might break camp with the team come opening day, and same with Jackson Holiday. They're saying that he might break camp with the team as well. Then they're saying the Orioles might be. I don't know if they'll be the first team ever or one of a few ever, possibly to have back-to-back rookies of the year. They already had Gunnar Henderson win it this past year. And then they'll have, Jackson Holiday will probably be up there. But
I thought Adley
of course
won.
He's got to play. I was thinking about that. I'm not sure. I don't think he played enough games that year.
I don't know.
Because he came up. When did he come up? Like July? August?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he might be a pick for next year, for this upcoming year. Oh no, this was his first full seasons. He played in 2022.
He didn't win Rookie of the Year in 22.
No.
No, yeah. So yeah, because Gunnar Henderson won it 23, and they're saying that even if Jackson Holiday comes up a little bit, a month in or so, he might still be in the mix for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
But he's still got to go play. Can't just show up and be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he lost Rookie of the Year to Julio Rodriguez.
Adley did?
Mm-hmm.
So he was eligible to be in the running for it.
Last 2 years ago, 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if he played enough games to be eligible for
No, he played he played 113 games in 2022 and then 154 in 2023. So he played a full almost. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the Pirates, I think that they got some good pieces coming up with, like I was saying, with O'Neal Cruz and some other plays that they have there. And that it seems like the NL Central is always pretty wide open anyway. And, they may be in the mix, who knows, for one of those wild card spots or even the division at some point. They started off hot last year, I remember.
They did, yeah.
And they kind of fizzled out. But they brought McCutchen back also to kind of have that leadership in there. Show some of the guys around.
I think they're missing like their number one pitcher. Well, I wouldn't say number one, but you remember JT Burbacker or Brubaker? I think is how you say it. He's on the 60.
Oh, the name ring. He what?
He got hurt. So all you got is left is Mitch Keller, and then they signed Marco Gonzalez. He came over.
Oh yeah, they signed Marco. Yeah, and someone else, another lefty, I think, another veteran.
You talking about Martin Perez?
Yes. Yep. I mean, those guys will, they'll eat up some innings, and Mitch Keller's good, a solid kind of frontline guy, and then if they bring Paul Skeens too, I mean, and then you have those two veterans back there, they could eat up some innings, help them out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean their bullpen's solid. They got. I don't know how they're going to do it. Are they going to have Chapman as a setup, and then Bednar as a closer?
I forget that they have. I think it could be matchup based.
Well, yeah, because I think it'll be this. Because Aroldis was the setup man in Texas, so.
Yeah.
So
I mean, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that might be what happens.
Let's just hope the Pirates don't trade Paul Skeens like they did to Garrett Cole and Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah.
And they traded that other kid. He plays for Tampa. He plays for the Rays now. What's his name?
Well, didn't they trade Blake Snell too? Wasn't Blake Snell with them originally?
I don't know.
I think he was with them, and they traded Glasnow and Snell.
So I remember they traded. I remember they were in the run, and they traded Glasnow and this other prospect for. And I think they traded Meadows as well, and they traded him for Chris Archer. You remember that horrible trade?
Oh yeah. Oh, and who's the guy that they traded?
There's another.
It wasn't
kid.
Wander Franco.
No, it was. This is
Boz, Shane Boz.
Yeah, Shane Boz. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
And they traded this other guy who I think he just recently hit 40 bombs last year. I forgot his name. Or 30 bombs, I should say.
Not Yandy Diaz?
I don't think it's Diaz.
But yeah, while you're looking at, I think the Pirates might have a good chance at something this year. I mean, they can make some good progression at least. I mean, who knows if they'll be in the running for anything, but I think they might be a little better than dead last. They keep bringing up young players that are showing out. And they have that third baseman too. What's his name? They signed him to that extension last year, the year before. I don't remember what.
You talking about from the Pirates?
Yeah, the Pirates. Their third baseman.
Who is their third baseman? Oh, freaking Hayes.
Yes, Brian Hayes.
Yep.
No, he was kind of hurt. Was it last year?
Yeah, but I mean, when he was on the field, he was good. Like they have a solid lineup.
And they locked him up for a while. So I mean, he's there for the long haul.
And they brought back Andrew McCutchen too.
Yeah, they brought back McCutcheon.
I think they want him to do the same thing that Evan Longoria did to the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was with them last year too. McCutcheon was, and I think that helped them make some strides.
Yeah, that just shows you how
and
much I didn't
kind of
pay
give
attention
that
to.
better leadership. What's that?
I said that just shows how much attention I didn't pay to the Pirates.
Yeah, I don't think either of us.
Yeah, like the only spark they had was O'Neal Cruz, and then he got hurt. And I was like, well, there goes the Pirates. I'm not watching them anymore.
Yeah, yep. I feel like they've had somebody else come up, was like an outfielder or something, who was pretty good, but he was like their only spark because O'Neal Cruz wasn't there. But I know that since they haven't had much success lately, they've been able to stock up on some good draft picks. So, but yeah,
I think his name was Henry Davis.
no, they just drafted him the year before, number 1, the catcher, right?
No, he's a right fielder. Henry Davis was a catcher, and they converted him to a right fielder.
And they traded him?
No, I believe he was drafted as a catcher, and then they converted him into a outfielder.
Is he playing in the? Yeah, he's not playing. He wasn't playing in the bigs yet, has he?
I will let you know right now.
I don't. There was another guy that they.
He played. I mean, he played 3 games, but.
Oh, you know who I'm thinking of? Who came up pretty quick, and I think, maybe he wasn't a catcher, but he's first baseman, and they made him an outfielder. Was Spencer Torkelson? With the.
Oh yeah.
But Henry Davis hasn't made it to the bigs yet.
No, he's kind of they just brought he's just kind of like doing this, bringing him up and down.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they got a lot of futures bright for the Pirates.
Yeah, if they hold on to everybody they got. Yeah, so I saw that Justin Verlander was able to throw a bullpen and just feeling a little better, not feeling as bad as he did a couple weeks ago when his shoulder was a little sore. They said he couldn't even pick up a baseball after that time.
Damn.
Yeah, but they're saying he's feeling a little better now after throwing a bullpen. Not sure how many pitches it was or. Verlander arrived in Palm Beach February 28th, feeling great after throwing a bullpen session 1 day prior. So, things are looking up for Verlander. It looks like.
I mean, he's married to.
I think the Astros.
He's married to the queen herself, so you know. What's her name?
Yeah.
Kate Upton. What's her name?
Yep. Things are looking up for the Astros. They'll be glad to hopefully have him come opening day.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really too familiar. Aside from him and was it Framrell?
Framber?
Yeah, Framber. I gotta look up their other guys. I'm not looking at them.
When I did my first video, that I couldn't remember which one of. So they have Framber, and then they have Christian Javier and Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia is the one that does when he does his windup, he does like the rock the baby thing.
I like him. I like him. Sure.
Yeah, he does that weird step.
His name is Luis Garcia, right?
Yeah, and but I knew that one of them was hurt, and I think they're getting Tommy John, but I don't remember which one was hurt. If it was Christian Javier or Luis Garcia.
I believe it was Luis Garcia.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, they still got Jose Urquidy.
Urquidy, yep.
And then they signed they signed Josh Hader too, man. So
Yeah, I talked about that on my last on my first video. Dude, I think they're because they said it right away too, pretty much that Hader is taking the ball in the ninth inning. They have Presley there, who's been their closer, Ryan Presley, but they said, hey, ninth inning, ball goes to Hader. They made that clear right away. But I think they're saying that right now just to kind of let camp go smooth and let everybody get their work in the right way. But I think that it's going to be matchup based because you can't go wrong with you. I mean, you can pretty much shut the door on the last 2 innings of the game with those two guys back there.
yeah.
I mean, Presley has been one of the better closers in baseball for the past so many years, and so has Hader. But I think it's one of those things where it'd be matchup based. If they have, the ninth inning or eighth and ninth inning, if there's two lefties in 1 inning or whatever, they might bring in Hader and see how he does, and maybe he'll get the eighth and ninth or whatever, or bring in Presley for the ninth or however they want to do it. But I don't think they can go wrong with either one, however they do it.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to be right up in there in the standings. I mean, they have the lineup for it too.
Oh yeah. They're going to be. That's the American League. Even with the Rangers winning it like that, I still think the American League goes through the Astros no matter what.
You think so?
There you can almost kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think you could put them in the ALCS almost every year. I mean, how many ALCSs have they made in a row now? And
yeah,
and how many World Series have they gone to? Like, and even with the Rangers, they took it to Game 7 at the end of the day. I mean, they were that close to going back again.
I don't know, unless the Oakland A's, come up.
Huh?
I said, unless the Oakland A's come up,
Yeah. Good luck in that division with the Astros and the Rangers and the way that the Mariners are playing, and then I just say good luck to the Angels and the A's. I mean, I'm sorry, but
what do you think is going to be the toughest division?
I think it's between the AL East and the NL West. Because everybody in the AL East was over 500 last year.
Even Boston?
You had, they finished 82 and 80 or something, but I mean, they were still kind of right there up until they were still sort of in the running for a wild card spot until like the last 2 weeks or so.
That's true.
Baltimore won 100 games. I don't know if the Rays won 100 games. I think they won like 90 something.
Yeah, they were a 90 team.
Toronto got in the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, they were a first round exit.
Yeah, and then it was the Yankees, and then the Red Sox. So I mean, and then just that whole year they just all beat up on each other. Like that division's a gauntlet. And then in the NL West, I think it's kind of the same thing. I mean, the Dodgers kind of ran away with it, but there for a while we were right there. D-backs are right there in it. We kind of fell off the map and made our way back into the playoffs, but and then the Padres. I mean, you still can't really vote them out with that lineup that they're going to have. And if they do a little something if they figure out their pitching, I mean, they're going to be right there as well.
Yeah, I mean, even the Giants too.
The Giants made some additions as well. Um, and then it's kind of, we got the Rockies that we don't really know what they're doing. But
Yeah, I was kind of gonna. I was gonna go with the same thing, but I think I'll probably just go with the National League East. Just kind of throw things out differently. But I feel like obviously you got the Braves. They're gonna be up there, and then I mean the Marlins, the Mets, and the Phillies were all kind of in there. The Mets kind of fell off towards the end of the season,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, the
I think
Mets are
that's
always
gonna be
willing to spend some. So
yeah, I think that's gonna be a tough division. I mean the National League, like I mean you saw it last year. It was neck and neck.
yeah,
There was like
yeah, it
eight, nine,
was.
10 that were right there.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that with the East. I just think there's a little more like you got in the West. You probably have four teams that are like right there with each other. Like the the NL East. I think there's. I think it's going to be the Phillies and the Braves kind of running away with it, and the Mets. They haven't really done much. I don't know. And then they had that Senga guy got hurt,
Yeah,
Kode Senga. So they don't really have much on the pitching front anymore. Um, their lineup is so. So I mean, unless they make some moves before the season, or if they make some moves at the deadline, if they're close, then maybe. But as far as competitive wise, though, right now I think it's between the NL West and the AL East.
yeah. I mean
So
the
and
only
then just
the only only good one that they signed was Luis Severino. But
yeah, but he's been hurt and so up and down. So, um, but with the West, I mean, all the moves they've made and what they did last year too, it's can't really. It's hard to top that. What
yeah,
you got, like I said, four teams that are going to be right there, like all year. So,
we'll see. It's gonna
and
be an
then I don't
interesting,
know about
interesting season.
yeah, and I don't know about those Central teams. Who are they? And what are they doing with their lives? But it always seems like the Central is AL and NL are pretty wide open for the most part. Like I feel bad because I think they have some good. They have teams that have potential, but it's always never very competitive. Like usually one team gets it, but they never really run away with it, or
Yeah,
there's no trying to catch them that's being a little bit competitive.
I think it'll
So
be.
they
I think it'll be between the Reds and the Cubs because the Cardinals just signed like the senior club as their pitching rotation. So
yeah, I think though that their lineup had a down year, and I think they still have some gas in the tank. I mean, Arenado and Goldschmidt, um, and Wilson Contreras. You know, I think they still have some good pieces that can put together something, and who knows, maybe they can put together enough of good pitching stats to do something. But it's going to be hard to get one of them wild card spots. You know that.
oh yeah, I'll be extremely surprised if the Cardinals come out of the Central.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to
yeah.
be between the Reds and the
I think the
Cubs.
Reds have a. Oh yeah, keep forgetting about the Cubs. Yeah, um, and Milwaukee kind of what they're doing, trading away Corbin Burns. I mean, they still have a couple other. Well, who was their pitcher that got hurt also? Didn't Woodruff get hurt?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they were saying Peralta was going to be the number one now.
oh yep.
And he pitched pretty good. Yeah, he pitched pretty good against the Diamondbacks in that wild card game.
Did we face him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. We did. It was Corbin Burns
yeah. Because it was supposed to be it was supposed to be Woody, but he got hurt.
Oh, that's when he got hurt, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that series was crazy because we came back from behind in both games and won them.
Yep. We sure did. To beat Corbin Burns, he was on a roll and kind of made one bad pitch, and then it was downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all the news for today.
Yeah, we kind of went on a couple tangents here.
That's fine. This was supposed to be a podcast. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's no real.
It's supposed to be a podcast.
Yeah, there's no real script. We're just we're just a couple bozos kind of doing whatever we want, I guess.
Couple degenerates out here.
But
talking baseball, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited for the season, man. I'm excited to see Arizona play. I'm excited to see the NL West. I'm like 3.5 hours away from San Francisco, so I'm going to be going to a lot of Giant games. I already got tickets for April. My girl got them for me, so go out there and watch it, have a couple drinks. I love Oracle Park, man. Oracle. If you ever decide to leave,
you're going to watch the D-backs out there.
Yeah, their home series that they got over there. So, yeah, I'll make sure to send you guys some videos.
What were you saying?
I said, if you ever decide to get out of Tennessee, bro, go to Oracle Park. Gorgeous stadium.
I might try to make a trip up to Cincinnati when the D-backs play here, or to Atlanta.
You're pretty close, huh? It's not too far away.
Yeah, Cincinnati's 3 hours from me, and Atlanta's 4 hours from me.
I probably want to go to Atlanta just to go watch some of those guys play.
Yeah, I would want to go watch them play in person. I might even, I didn't even think, it was weird. I never even thought about it till after, like, the season was almost over, that we were 3 hours from Cincinnati, and like I could have went like when the D-backs played over the summer or something, or when I wanted to go see a good team that came in there play. Like I don't know if like the Yankees came through there or something, or the Dodgers or somebody like. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I definitely want to try to get out there, especially when my son's on summer break. We can have weekends or more than just weekends off.
Yeah, man, you should. And then sometimes they got those early games, like the noon games. Those probably be better to go.
Yeah,
so you can get back home at a decent time.
Yeah, and then we have here in Nashville, we have the Nashville Sounds. They're the Brewers AAA.
Oh yeah, I live like 15 minutes from the Reno Aces Stadium, which is the Diamondbacks AAA team. So the year before Corbin got called up, I watched them play like almost once a week.
Dang.
And I remember telling my buddies that didn't know anything about baseball, I was like, he's gonna be a star, dude. I'll tell you right now. And it's funny because you remember Seth Beer?
Yeah.
It's funny because like I don't know if you ever watched the games, but whenever he would come up to bat, they'd be like beer, 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 and they do that at the Reno Aces game.
Yeah.
So those are always fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, minor league games are fun. I got to start going to more of those. They're not
And
expensive
they're
at all.
super cheap, dude. Yeah, they're so cheap. Yeah, and they were also talking about potentially if the Oakland A's don't find a place to play, like at the Coliseum, they might actually have them play at the Reno Aces facility. So
Yeah.
that might be cool. Might even get to see like major league teams play, and it's a really nice stadium for a AAA team like Arizona, like the Diamondbacks did good. Speaking of the Diamondbacks, before we get off, did you hear what the owner was saying, Ken Kendricks, or not Ken Kendricks? The owner was saying about talking about how he was pretty much the way I viewed it. He's like, oh yeah, we're looking at options, and we think the way he said it was like we think the players, or not the players, the city should pay for the team renovations and stuff, because the stadium is owned by the city technically. But he's pretty much saying like, yeah, we're not going to pay for anything. Like we can always leave and find another team. He's like, we're a successful franchise. We're like, bro, you just made the World Series like for the first time since 2001, bro. Like, what? I was like, what is this man saying? Like, you're pretty much telling your whole fan base like, pay up or we're out of here. Like, like.
That's weird. I saw something about them. Yeah, considering like relocating and having a new stadium or something somewhere, but I didn't know he came out and said that.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for years. Because usually like ballparks are owned by the owner or whatever. Like they're owned by different people, but the city of Maricopa owns that stadium, and they haven't made renovations
County,
to the stadium.
County.
Yeah, Maricopa County, and they haven't made they haven't. You remember like when we went to high school and stuff, or like afterwards, they were having issues with the AC systems and stuff. Like a lot of the infrastructure in the building is just so worn out, and they haven't fixed them. And it's like, you have like X amount of people at the stadium, and they're not having a good time because it's 120 degrees out, in the middle of the desert. So
Yeah,
yeah, he needs to figure it out because I don't know, either that or blow it down and find somewhere else to put the stadium. But
I don't think they blow it down. They would use it for something else, like for other events and stuff.
nah, man, that stadium's old, man.
But
When was the inauguration? In like 97, right? Or no, I think it was in 96. It was when the Diamondbacks became a team, right?
98 is when their first season was. I think it was 98.
Yeah, bro. The stadium's almost 30 years old, dude. Like, come on. They needed to make.
Well, I know, but like I know what. So like the Texas Rangers. Well, the Texas Rangers. When the Texas Rangers built their new stadium, they still use the old Ranger Stadium for events and stuff too. It's still right there. It's right next to it.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
And that stadium is old. That stadium's like 50 years.
I know you haven't been to Phoenix in a while, but like, there's nowhere to build that stadium in the city. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to outsource it to like past Glendale, like over there. Where did you ever go to the stadium, the spring training facilities in Goodyear?
Yeah, we played out there in high school.
That's right. Yeah, like maybe even out there. I don't know, somewhere, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to build a stadium in the city anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they unless they buy out all that train stuff that's around it, like all that. I don't even think they use half that stuff, but it's a lot of money. But yeah, that was my little tangent, man, for the day. I remember watching that yesterday.
All right,
and I was
man.
like, what is this?
Yeah.
All right, man. It was fun, man. We should keep doing this.
There's a little bit of a delay. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like probably a couple seconds.
That's probably why we keep talking over each other.
Yeah, we're pushing an hour. So, yeah, bro. Thanks for coming on. And we got to do this again in the next couple of days, maybe, or something.
Yeah, man.
My son's got football practice tomorrow.
I'm in a boot still, so
So.
I'm good till Monday, and then I got to go back to work.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll catch you later, man.
Yeah, man. You have a good day.
All right. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.